A conversation that I find myself having quite often with owners is around pricing, right? I think that every owner has some sort of sentimental attachment to their property, and they always think that their property is worth more than it is. Now, it's not to say that the property is not worth what a lot of people say it is, but the reality is that we're operating in a dynamic market. There are other properties out there that are more competitively priced, maybe offer better furnishings, better fittings, maybe more amenities. And so one can't look at pricing in isolation. One has to do competitive analysis. And one really has to look at trying to maximize booking revenue, particularly during the midweeks. And too often I go and I look at certain listings and I see that they've got static pricing or seasonal pricing where it's just a low season, high season, peak season. And there's no dynamic nature to it. There's no midweek rates. There's no long weekend rates, etc. And this means that owners are leaving money on the table, right? And so the one thing I always have to remind owners is that, like, when you're doing short-term rentals, it's almost like having a perishable product. Every single day, stock expires, and you get 0 rand for it. And so I know that if you're renting a property at 5,000 rand a night, the idea of someone renting it at 2,500 rand a night might be unfathomable. But if it's a random Tuesday in February, why not? If you can get an extra 20 of those bookings a year, even if it's at 50% of your normal rate, 2.5 grand, 2 nights at a time, another 20 of those is 100 grand that you've just found out of nowhere. So I really want to encourage you to look at pricing. Don't be too attached to the nightly rate and rather focus on the macro. Look at your annual revenue figures, and you'll thank yourself for it later.